You can build insane strength without moving a single inch. That sounds impossible, right? We are taught that to get strong, we have to lift heavy metal, clang weights, and spend hours in a crowded gym. But what if I told you that you can build rock-solid muscle, increase your stability, and bulletproof your joints without any equipment, without making any noise, and without needing more space than the size of a yoga mat? Welcome to the world of isometric training. Today we are going through 5 specific isometric exercises you can do at home to get stronger. These are perfect for small apartments, late night sessions, or simply for anyone who wants to challenge their body in a completely new way. And you need to stick around because the last exercise on this list is the single best movement to boost full body strength fast, and it is the one almost everyone neglects. Before we dive into the routine, we need to understand why this works. We aren't just holding still for the sake of it. Isometric exercises are scientifically proven to recruit muscle fibers that standard moving exercises often miss. When you perform a standard repetition, your muscle is only under maximum tension for a brief second. But with isometrics, you are holding that maximum tension for 20, 30, or even 60 seconds. This increases muscle density and sheer strength rapidly. Because there is no impact, no jumping, no slamming, this style of training is incredibly safe for your joints. It is the perfect bridge for beginners building a foundation, or for anyone recovering from an injury who needs to stay active without the risk. It builds massive stability and creates an unbreakable mind-muscle connection. You have to focus to hold these positions. It is intense. This is why legendary martial artists and elite gymnasts have used static holds for decades. If it works for them to build functional, explosive power, it is going to work for you right in your living room. So how do you use this routine? The rules are simple, but they are not easy. You are going to perform each of these 5 exercises for a hold time of 20 to 30 seconds. If you are advanced, you can push that to 45 seconds. You will run through all 5 exercises as a circuit, resting for about a minute after you finish the 5th one. Repeat that circuit 2 to 3 times. Do this 3 to 4 days per week. You don't need a warm-up, you don't need dumbbells, and you don't need a gym membership. You just need grit and commitment. Quick note before we start, if building real strength at home without a gym, equipment, or noisy workouts fits your lifestyle, I've linked the exact program I recommend in the description. It's built around short, body weight sessions that improve strength, stability, and mobility, and it works perfectly alongside isometric training. You don't need it for this routine, but it makes progressing much easier. Now let's get into the first exercise. Exercise number 1 is the wall side. This is the king of lower body endurance. It targets your quadriceps, your glutes, and your core stability. To do this correctly, find a sturdy wall, lean your back flat against it, and slide down until your knees are bent at a perfect 90-degree angle. Your thighs should be parallel to the floor. Walk your feet out so that your ankles are directly underneath your knees. Now, here's the secret to making this effective. Drive your weight through your heels. Do not let your weight shift to your toes, as that puts unnecessary pressure on your knees. Keep your back flat against the wall, especially your lower back. The biggest mistake people make here is resting their hands on their thighs. That is cheating. It takes the tension off your legs. Drop your hands to your sides, cross them over your chest, or hold them out in front of you. Within 15 seconds, you are going to feel a burn in your quads that is unlike anything else. That burning sensation is lactic acid building up, and it means the exercise is working. Do not stand up, fight through it. If you lean forward or let your knees cave inward, you lose the benefit. Keep your chest proud and your knees tracking over your toes. If you want a real challenge, hold this for 60 seconds if you dare. This is the perfect movement for boosting leg endurance and building a base of strength that carries over to everything else you do. Moving on to exercise number 2, the plank hold. You might think you know how to plank, but most people do this wrong. This targets your core, your shoulders, your glutes, and really your entire body. Get down on the floor on your forearms and toes. Your elbows should be stacked directly under your shoulders. The goal here is a neutral spine. Imagine a straight line running from the top of your head all the way down to your heels. The most common mistake is letting the hips sag toward the floor, which hurts the lower back, or hiking the hips up too high, which deactivates the core. You want to be a flat, rigid board. To get the most out of this, you need to create active tension. Don't just hang out there. Squeeze your glutes as hard as you can can, pull your belly button in toward your spine. Drive your forearms into the floor to separate your shoulder blades. If you are doing this right, 20 seconds should feel like an eternity. If you are not shaking, you aren't squeezing hard enough. If you feel that shaking, that is good. That is your nervous system adapting and your body getting stronger. If you want to mix it up, you can rotate into a side plank to target the obliques, but master the standard plank first. This is the cornerstone of a strong body. Next up is exercise number 3, the glute bridge hold. We sit too much, which weakens glutes and tightens hip flexors. This exercise targets glutes, hamstrings, and lower back. Lie on your back with knees bent and feet flat, hip width apart. Drive through your heels to lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. Hold it there, squeezing your glutes as hard as possible. Don't overarch your lower back. The contraction matters more than height. If you feel it in your lower back, tuck your tailbone and focus on your glutes. This static hold improves posture and lower body strength. If it feels easy, lift one leg to challenge your core, but for now, perfect the 2-foot hold. Next is exercise number 4, the isometric push-up hold. This targets chest, shoulders, triceps, and core. Get into a push-up position and lower your chest an inch or two above the floor, then freeze. Keep elbows tucked at a 45-degree angle, core tight, and neck neutral. Fatigue will tempt you to sag or drop your head. Resist it. If holding the bottom is too hard, start at the top or elevate your hands on a couch or wall. Intensity matters more than variation. When your arms shake and your brain says stop, hold 5 more seconds. That's where growth happens. Before we get to the final exercise, if you like this style of training, quiet, joint-friendly, and brutally effective, I linked the program I personally recommend below. It's a structured body weight system with progressions that build real strength, muscle control, and mobility in short daily sessions, even if you train at home. If you want a clear plan instead of guessing how to progress holds like these, check it out after the video. Finally, exercise number 5, the isometric pull or towel row hold. Training your back at home is tough without equipment, but this works lats, biceps, rear delts, and grip. Wrap a towel around a sturdy pillar, banister, or bedpost. Grab both ends, bend knees slightly, and get into a partial squat. Pull elbows back as if rowing to your ribs even though nothing moves. Squeeze shoulder blades. If no pillar is available, use a door. Loop the towel through both knobs and pull toward the hinges. This balances posture, countering all the daily pushing we do. Pull with full effort. It looks subtle, but your back will be on fire. Together you have the wall sit for legs, the plank for core, the glute bridge for your posterior chain, the push-up hold for chest and triceps, and the towel row for back and biceps. This full body routine takes under 15 minutes and can be done in the morning or evening. Its beauty is simplicity. No gym, no gear, no excuses. 5 minutes a day builds functional strength. You'll feel sturdier, stand taller, and move better. Isometric exercises are deceiving. They look easy but are humbling. The shaking and burn are real, but so are the results. One session makes you sore. 3 times a week for a month changes you. Try this circuit right after the video and comment which exercise was hardest, the wall sit burn or the push-up shake. And if you want a full 30-day isometric program with progressions and advanced techniques, let me know in the comments. Advanced isometrics can turn you into a superhuman if you commit. Subscribe and turn on notifications to catch the advanced version. You have the tools and knowledge. Now hold the line, get to work, and I'll see you in the next video.